Welcome to part 2 of a two-part video series on how to use the Yoast SEO plugin on your WordPress website. The first video was dedicated to configuring Yoast. In this video, we will cover using the plugin to optimize the content on your pages and posts. Yoast works on both pages and all supported post types. Works on a simple traffic light system where green is good and red indicates the content could still use a little work. Yoast has 2 tests, one focused on the people reading the content and one focusing on the search engines looking at your content. When you are looking at a directory of posts or pages, such as the one on the screen now, you will see 2 columns with gray or colored circles. The first column shows you the SEO score, and the second is the page's readability score. So here with the traffic light is the SEO score, and here with the little quill is your readability score, and you'll see the colored circles underneath. The SEO score will be visible while editing a page on the admin bar. If you're using a theme with a front-end editor, it will be visible there. Basically, anywhere that Yoast is, the admin bar is visible, you'll see the score inside that page. So we're going to go in and edit one of my recent posts, and we'll start here. And you can see whatever's there for the SEO score will show up here in Yoast. Now, you can view the readability results or the SEO results in the back end while editing in the back end by looking at a couple different places. So you'll have over here on the sidebar the readability score, the SEO, and the SEO won't actually display anything other than a gray dot until you've entered the focus keyword. Once you've done that, you will get green, yellow, or red. You can also find this information in a Yoast SEO box down below your content. And there are 2 tabs here, one for readability and one for SEO. Yoast readability tests are all about how easy it is to comprehend the content you have written. It uses some common language tests that look at factors such as your average length of sentences, use of passive and active voice, length of paragraphs, and a lot more. For each of the rules, there is a option to view and highlight the text that is impacted by this rule, and it'll show you that information up in the body copy. One thing to keep in mind, though, Yoast is aiming at a kind of an average reader score. So if your audience is doctors, lawyers, something a little that are used to a little more complex language, larger words, things like that, getting dinged for use of those things in this case may not be a bad thing. Just keep in mind your audience and use a little bit of common sense. So the Yoast SEO tests look at several common factors that influence your on-page SEO. Most of these tests depend on the focus keyword that you establish for the page or post. Think of this as the most important word or phrase you want content on the page to be associated with in search engines. Enter the word or phrase in the focus keyword box, and that's located down here. Now in this case I'm using, this is a story about is it necessary to back up your website? So I'm going to use the word backup as the keyword phrase. If you want to see how your page scores on multiple keywords, just change out the focus keyword or get the premium version of Yoast, which will allow you to track this in real time across multiple keywords. You'll notice as soon as you put in the keyword, I now have a SEO score up here, as well as in the sidebar. So now it's starting to analyze the pages for the content. If you go down to the analysis section, it will give you a little bit more detail on why it's scoring you the way it is. It breaks it into areas that the problems, things that you can improve, and what you've already taken care of. So things like adding, in this case, I need to add an alt image tag to the image at the top of the page, maybe add some outbound links, things like that. In this case, it's also saying I used the word backup a little heavier than it would recommend. So maybe I want to go in and change that. This is a place where context comes into play. If you've got a word that is similar, this is going to be very literal. It's looking for that exact word. But if you have another word that's similar, let's use it. Google has gotten very good about the syntax and everything that's using synonyms. So it's going to be looking for a little less literally than Yoast is here, but this gives you a good place to start with setting up your information. In this case, making sure that Google doesn't think you're spamming it with particular words. Anyways, once you go through and start making changes, all of these lights can start turning to either orange or to green, and you'll start to see the information change here. The other section here is your snippet preview. So if you want to go in and edit your snippet, you can give it a custom title for SEO, which is really the link that'll show up at the top of the search results. By default, it's going to use a combination of your page title and site name. You can update the slug that's associated with it. You can give it a custom description. By default, it will use the first couple hundred characters out of your text, but you can have it read however you want. So, anyways, anywhere that you have something that is limited, has a character limit to it or a recommended number of characters, you'll see a bar that will indicate where you are in writing that content. Once it's green, you've put enough in to be ready to optimize. It'll hit orange as you get close to the limit, and as soon as you've gone over whatever the character count limit is, it'll switch to red. This applies here to the title, also to the meta description. You can see you have a bar here. Once you've edited this information and you get your score to orange or green, or whatever you're comfortable with, like any other thing in WordPress, please make sure that you save your changes. If you don't save your changes, you're not going to you'll have to go back and do it all again. But anyways, once you've saved the information, be there, you can come back into your post directory and you'll start to see the scores out here as well. So you know what you have to go back and do some more work on in the future. So we hope you found this video to be useful. For more information on how to make the most of your WordPress website or any other aspect of your digital footprint, please contact MS Digital Solutions. Check out our website at www.msdigitalsolutions.com for more videos like this. Have a great day.